Say it again, what it is?
Sumo deadlift, and then we're pairing it with Landmine single arm press. So you all last time did elevated deadlifts, you all remember? And remember when we did half kneeling single arm press? We're just adding two new variations to this. So sumo deadlift, for those of you who don't know, feet are wide. You can call it kind of Greco stance. Hands are inside the knees, and you're just lifting up, pressing your hips through, and controlling it on the way down. My back stays flat, and the bar stays close to my body the whole time. So that's one. So after you get done with a set of that, you'll come over to a landmine. Now instead of half kneeling, you'll be in a good stance like this, or whatever stance Muhammad or Matt wants you in from a kind of a sport stance. And we're just here.
Just a bit.
Nice and controlled on the way down, press up. I'm only using my arm. That's it. You'll pair those two. Yeah. Heavy loads because you're just tired. So after the landmine press, some of you will be able to do your second set in 30 seconds and feel pretty damn good. Others, it may take a minute. It may take 90 seconds. So I would say anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. You got a timer there, or let's just make it 60 seconds to 2 minutes is when you will go again for your next round. Does that make sense? Because I don't want this to be a conditioning session. I want this to be a strength training session. We want to lift as much weight as possible with good technique for this exercise and that exercise. And if we're very fatigued, we won't be able to do that. Okay? So any questions on those two? With that said, just to get a feel for the sumo deadlift, because you haven't done it before, pair up with a partner, get on a rack, and try it out. So again, wide feet. Very good, Patrick. And even, hey, yo, Patrick, I said very good, it's like 90%. Okay. Go down. Instead of so much a squat, get it so you feel tension in your hamstrings, and then lift up.
Okay, so not so
much. You feel it more in your hamstrings and ass, not so much your quads. Feel that?
Yeah.
Not bouncing. Not bouncing. Staying right there. Ass tight, ass tight. Sink your hips. Down. Down. Sink right there. Okay. Ass tight. Everybody, as you're doing this right now, keep going. Keep going, Chris. Keep going. Yeah, I want you to sit over 1,000. That's okay. Go the other arm. Squeeze your ass and squeeze your abs right now as hard as you can. As if somebody were to punch you in the stomach. That's how I want it to feel the whole time. Switch. So like Momir was saying, just hips. Be a little bit more, get a little bit more pop. Right. Boom. That's what we want. Straight up, not so much where you're arching your back like this. We're not in the wrestling room. I don't want it necessarily you throwing it over your shoulder, but more straight up, getting that extension, and just bringing the bar right to here. That's all we need. We don't need it higher than shoulder level, because all I care about really is that action. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You only want to shrug pretty much?
What?
You only want this action?
You can high pull. You can high pull, but you don't need to go higher than shoulder level.
Exactly.
It's just, instead of here, I just want here. Try it one more time. Put it in words. Yeah, and do one more, but more explosive with your hips. Try to get the arms quicker. Boom. That's it. That's what we want, right? Is that okay? okay, Mohammed?
Yes, of course.
So the goal is as soon as you land, you want it to explode, right? As soon as our feet touch, you want us to.
Exactly. Without the expense of like arching your back. We want the lower body to do the work. If you start feeling in your lower back, that's a problem. You probably have to decrease the load. But I would say start off lighter, like even with a green or yellow plate. Start off with that, and then we can progress over time. Because right now it's 5 reps each side. So that's quite a bit of reps for this exercise. So you have to understand, right now, it's not about so much lifting heavy, heavy, heavy. It's more about a little bit more volume, lifting lighter, getting the technique down. So start light and then progress up. But the movement can still be explosive. Straight. Never want to punch over, correct? So essentially, we're trying to come down as straight as possible. Come up as straight as possible. Let's actually practice that right now. So really reach to the side. Reach away from your body. Yeah. You're going to feel it right back there. Understand it says 2 by 3 by 8. What does that mean?
2 sets of 3 sets of 8.
Yeah. Morgan, stop. What does that mean?
2 sets of 3 sets of 8. Both sides, 3 sets of both sides.
Exactly.
Going
8 that way, 8 that way, 8. That's 1 set. Make sense? Okay. And then lateral lunge, we've done that before as well. Dumbbell lateral lunge. Are you guys good with that? Do we need to go over it?
I'm good.
Okay. And then the last 2 exercises, the pal-off punch with partner pushes, and then the weighted plank. This is what the pal-off punch is with partner pushes. Kamal, if you can assist me a little bit. Thank you. So you've done pal-off punch before right here. Right here, where you're coming out, coming back. This one, we're just gonna hold this position. So Kamal, I want you to hold that position in a good stance. So stable, wide stance. Come out farther, oh, it's easy for you. Is that more challenging? Right there. So obviously he's resisting, he's trying to push him back in. As a partner, you're gonna be here. You're doing this for 45 seconds or 40 seconds. I forget what I wrote on that. 45.
And you want it all over the body, not just the
All
hands?
shoulders, hands, hips.
All right.
It's your choice.
All right.
But I don't want it to be that. That's not effective.
Right.
It's what he can tolerate.
All right.
Does that make sense? And then the person who's doing it needs to be in this position the whole time. And if he gets moved, I want him to get back to center as quickly as possible. And then he'll switch directions and go the other direction. Weighted plank is pretty self-explanatory. What are the 2 things we need to do on a plank?
Engage your core, squeeze your butt.
Exactly. Ass and abs the whole time. Must be squeezed, those 2 areas. So it's 2 by 60 seconds, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you guys had been doing weight before, kind of look back at your previous cards and probably start with that weight. If you guys have been doing body weight, start with body weight 1 more time, see how it is, and then progress with a plate on your back.
On side planks too, or no?
That would be on day 2.
Oh, work.
So that's day 1. Is everybody good with that? Any questions? Reps are 5 for the most part, and 10s down here for the most part, depending on if an exercise is a time duration or not. But as we get into Europe, and some of you guys will be back at the training center, the repetitions drop to 3s. So whenever the repetitions drop, that means your weight increases a little bit more than normal, okay? So these drop to 3s, the 10 repetitions drop to 8, and that's about it. External shoulder rotation and band pull apart, those reps don't change. But what will change is the amount of effort you put into that exercise each week. So the band tension can also always change. You can always make it as hard as you want it. So challenge yourself each week, even though the reps don't change. Over time, if you initially had band tension right here with shoulder rotation, I'd want it over time that you're now out here with the same range of motion. Same thing with the pull aparts. If you're right here and you start off with your hands out, over time you should be able to be the same band with hands in or a thicker band. It's your choice, but progress. Sets of this. And this is kind of more like, think of this as kind of keeping your body freaking healthy. So we have, you remember the exercise that we did where we just hung on and held this position? Now we're going to actually add some movement to it. So this is what it looks like. So you'll take 2 dumbbells, same sort of movement that you had been working on, coming down, control, coming right back up. My hips stay square, and I'm feeling it. Where should I feel this?
Hamstrings?
Hamstring, and on the way up, where should I feel it?
Glutes.
Exactly. So with that said, everybody put your Stop. A couple things. Think of yourself as a human teeter-totter. Teeter-totters stay in a straight line, right? Because you're going up and down. Your upper body and lower body have to stay in a straight line. What I'm seeing right now is you're going down and then you're going like that. So stay connected from head to toe. If your upper body stops right here, then your lower body stops. Or if your lower body stops right here, then your upper body stops. You're staying connected. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Try it again. Good. Now come on. Come up, Mason. That's fine. Slightly right there. We'll go all the way down, all the way up, controlling it on the way down about 2 seconds. All the way up, control. Once you get 10, start adding a weighted vest. Or once 2 sets are 10, start adding a weighted vest where you can use the belt with weight. That's your choice, but every rep should look like that. If towards the end you're starting to kip or whatever, that's fine if you want to like finish it, but only on your card record how many reps you got with good technique.